Greetings and welcome to a remake of my most popular tutorial, which is how to create a player character from scratch with blueprints. Now, if we go to YouTube and we just search UE4 player, you see it's the first one popping up. And although most people enjoy it, there have been multiple comments saying that I should create a new one with the newest version of Unreal, and I've been getting comments like that for the last 2.5 years, you know. So I thought, okay, since it's this high up, I actually feel a little responsible for not actually having updated it. So that's what we're gonna do today. So let's just take a blank project. Make sure it has no starter content, and we'll just call it my game character and create project. So the first thing we will start doing is just delete. We'll just delete everything, right? Everything except for the floor. Now select the floor and just make it a little bit larger. So we'll take the scale to just 555 and right click and place a directional light. I'm gonna set down the intensity a little bit and just make it a little darker, like so, and then just build. Then we're all good. So now right click in here and we will create a blueprint class, a game mode base. We will have our own game mode, so we'll call this my game mode. Then right click again and take another blueprint class and create a character and call it my game character. And just select this and Control S. Now we will set up the inputs, so click in edit and go to project settings and go down to inputs, create an axis mapping. Axis mappings will be what moves the player around, so the first one we will call forward_backward. We will add another one and we will take the W and the S keys. So first find W and then find S, like so. Now add another one and we will call this strafe_left right. Then add a new one here. And we'll find keyboard and it will be A and D. So first A and then D. Now I forgot, because both of these are set to scale 1, but one of them will be right and the other one will be left, and just one is right, so we will need A to be -1, and the same way forward and backward. Backward will have to be -1. Very important, or else both keys will walk the player in the same direction, and we don't want that, do we? So add another one and we will call this rotate left right, and this will be a mouse. We will take the mouse X, and then another one we will take look up, eep, look up, down. And this will be mouse Y. And scale will be -1 because it will be the other axis from the first one. Yeah. Let's see. That's probably enough for right. No, you know what? Let's take all of them. So add some action mappings. First one will simply be jump. And that will be keyboard spacebar. The second one will be run. And it will be shift. That's pretty normal. So yeah, just search for left shift. And the last one will be crouch. And that's, I don't know, C probably. So keyboard, the C key, like this. That's probably good. So we can go out and just save. Yeah, and just call this new game map, whatever, 1. Okay, now let's go into the game character. My game character. And we will go into the event graph, delete these. And we will right click and we will find the forward and backward axis events. Not the axis values, but the events. Then drag this out and take add movement input. Connect axis value to scale value. And world direction you can drag out like this, and we will call this get actor forward vector like this. Now before we do anything more, let's just check that this actually works. And it won't, but it's good to check it. So we play and you know, nothing happens. Why? Why? Oh why? Why? What if we go here? Well, then we can see it, but we're still flying around. So there's a few things we need to do. The first thing we need to do is go into our game mode and set our player to be our own player. So go to, let's see, default pawn class, and we will choose my game character like this. Compile, save. Now we can go back out into the map and we drag our game character into the map. Now if we press play, we won't actually play. So what you need to do is go to settings, world settings. No, actually before that, let's go to project settings and just search mode, default game mode, take my game mode. Now let's try again. Now we play and you can see we can go back and forth. But there's another problem which people have talked about, and that's it. That is, they place their player character like this, and when they press play, they're not that character. They're outside of it. And that's because you need to go to the world outliner, well, the world settings, you know, we got there by clicking settings and then clicking world settings. And then you go down to now where did it go? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, we need to take the game override. Well, do it just in case, you know. So in world settings, take my game mode here as well. Just in case, you know, you never know. There's been so many people having different problems and you can never be too certain, right? But click your player game character. And here, go down or just simply, yeah, go to details. That's where it is. Go to details and just search for pawn. While having your character selected. And make sure you search in the right field. And it doesn't want that, so make sure you actually selected your game character and then search in the right field. And we have pawn. Now here you see auto possess player. Select player 0 and that should do it. So now if we just go out like this and click play, you see we start right where we place our god damn it, where our yeah, game character is placed, right? So that should take care of all of those problems. It starts here and we can move back and forth, so that's all good. Now let's go back to the my game character. Now right click and search for strafe left right, and we can drag this out and do like we did. So add movement input, connect axis value, drag out world direction and search for get actor right vector, like this. And we will select this and click C, and we will call this move forward, backward, left and right. Now compile and press play, and it should be exactly as we want it. So we move on and we add our rotate underscore left right, add controller yaw input, and connect these. And at the same time we will take the other one, so up, look up, down. This time we will take add pitch input. You know, pitch being up and down, yaw being side to side, right? So select this and click C, and we will take rotate. It's not easy, you know. Rotate left, right, and look up and down. Like so. Compile, save, and play. And now you should be able to walk backward and forward and look and strafe, and everything should be awesome. So let's go to the next one, which was jump. So right click and search for jump and choose your action event, jump, drag this out and simply take jump, compile, save, play, and we can jump. That's it. But let's do a little bit more. because this is where I stopped in the first video, but I want to do more now. So let's make sure that you can actually decide how high you're going to jump. You know, there's another way, an easier way. You can just go in here and you can select character movement, you know, and you can search jump, and you have the jump velocity, you know, and if you change that you will be able to jump higher or lower. But instead I want to do something else. So let's create a variable and we will call this jump height, and we will make it, oh yeah, we'll make it a float. Let's rename that once more, jump height, then compile, and let's see what it was right now. So we go back into viewport and we click our character movement and we find jump again, 420. Okay, so event graph and select your jump height variable and just set that to 420 for now. So instead now we're gonna right click and we're gonna add set jump max hold time. So we're gonna make sure that we will jump as high for as long as we hold in the space bar. And we will decide how high we can jump with the variable jump height. So you can just drag this and just plop it in there. Yeah, this is time, my bad. So we're not hopping, not jumping like that. We're actually setting the time we will be able to be in the air. So let's set, I don't know, 3 seconds or something like that. So if you now play and you click once, you see you just go up for 3 seconds, right? I'm not holding anything, I keep going up. So if I set for 5 seconds, compile and play and jump, oops, let's enter it, jump, we go up and up and up for 5 seconds. Well, that doesn't help. So what you need to do is on released, you will simply take stop jumping. So that means when you release, it will cut it out. So if I now jump and just click once, I just jump this high, but I can hold it in for as long as I want. And then jump however high you want the player to be able to jump. So the cool thing about making a variable is that we can make it public by clicking that little I and then compiling. And then, you know, if you create this for a level designer, then he or she could go out and create the level and they could simply select their player character and you will have the jump height right here. So they could set like, oh, you can jump for 10 seconds, you know? And then, you know, if you hold in the space bar, you'll be able to jump for 10 seconds. So that's cool, you know? Well, at least I think it's cool. So that's jump. So select this and take C and just call it jump. Now let's take, yeah, we should take run. We should actually take run before we take anything else. So let's take run. So right click, search for run, action events, run. And now if we select our character movement over here, you can see if we click here and search for walk, you have the max walk speed, which is 600 on default. So we can change that, you know, we can set, let's set it to 300. Now if we drag in this character movement, hold Control in and get it like so, and we can search for walk speed, get max walk speed, for example. No. Set max walk speed. Then you could set it right here, you know. But as we jump, we're gonna create a variable and we're gonna call it run speed. And compile it. I'm gonna remove this. So run speed, if we now set, we made the character movement walk speed 300, so we can make the run speed, let's say 1000, you know. Compile, and then just take this variable and drag it over here like so. So now when we press the left shift key, we run. But of course you press it once and you run, because we haven't made any way to disable it. So we will copy this max walk speed and we'll connect it to the character movement, and we'll set it to simply 400, or you could just get the default one, you know. And then on release we will go back to that. So now we're out here and we run and we let go, and that's all nice and good. So now we can do the same as we did with the jump. We can expose this variable to the editor, run speed, compile. So when we go out into the editor and we select our game character, we have both jump height and run speed and can change them while we're creating our levels. So, you know, the designer might create some, you know, mountains or ledges or platforms moving, and could then try different run speeds and jump heights to make sure the player is able to actually jump to that next ledge or run quick enough, you know. So now we can actually play around with that while we're creating the level without having to go into the blueprints. So that's handy, that's practical. So select this and C and just call it run, not rim, run. And the last one is crouch. So right click, search for crouch and select our action event, crouch. Don't be grouchy while you're crouching in the couch. Drag it out and simply search for crouch. You know, it's that easy. And then on released, we'll search for uncrouch. And we're not gonna be any more creative than that. That's enough. So select this, C, crouch, save, compile, compile, save, and play. And when we press C, nothing happens. But why? I will tell you why. Go to your character movement and click it and search for crouch, and you will see here can crouch. You need to check that, and here you can change how deep you will crouch and the walk speed while crouched. So we could create a new variable called crouch speed, and, you know, do the same as we did with jump and run. So now that we activated the crouch, let's see, and we can crouch. So we can run We can crouch, we can jump, we can look, we can move, and everything should be groovy. I think, yes, I think that's it. So, have a great day and let me know if there's anything else. Peace out.